What's happening, y'all? It's your boy QMONSTA here, back at it once again. Got my girl Maria,
Happy
We
New Year,
back.
everybody.
Happy New Year, man.
We're back for round two.
Round two.
Of the countdowns.
Yep, on the countdowns, you know what I'm saying? Last year we did best to worst, now we're going to do worst to best.
Yes.
For the movies,
yes.
2023 this year.
2023.
So, yeah, we back up in here again.
We are going to start worst to best.
Yep.
And so we agreed on the worst movie of 2023 was Cocaine Bear.
Yep. That movie was DOA. Dead on Arrival.
I think we did a review on this from what I can remember earlier in the year. And this movie could have been really good. They could have done like a Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, like almost like a This Is the End type. If they would have had like better acting and a better cast, this could have been a really funny movie because the concept of a cocaine bear is just hilarious.
Yeah.
And they could have made it like the most like raunchy comedy and it could have been hilarious. But the acting was so bad, it was so forced, and it just wasn't. It was the worst.
Yeah.
It was the worst.
It wasn't not my cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? I mean, no.
And this was the one that you didn't want to watch, but I convinced you to come to the movies to watch it with me. I remember.
I was just like, man, I just knew it from the get-go. As soon as I watched the movie, as soon as I watched the first beginning of it, I was just like, yeah.
I think what made me want to watch it was Ice Cube's son was in it, and also Cocaine Bear. Like I figured that would be hilarious, but it wasn't quite hilarious. Okay, the next one for the worst movie of 2023, we put AntMan and the Wasp. What's that one?
Quantumania. Yeah. Now this is one of the movies I did skip out on because, first of all, I'm not really an Ant-Man fan. And then second of all, I was already hearing that, it was already getting like a lot of bad reviews on it, so it wasn't all that good at all.
Yeah.
So I had to save my money for it. I was like, nah, I'm not even going to waste it, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So I actually did go watch this movie. My niece wanted to go watch it. So it was like me, my niece, my sister, and I think my nephew came with us. So we did go watch it. But to be honest, all of the Marvel movies, DC movies, like they're just not that good anymore. And so it was just mediocre. So we put it on the worst just because there was nothing that stood out, even though Jonathan Majors said that he's changing the world by making this movie.
Yeah.
That's just a joke, y'all. Okay. Okay, so the next one is The Flash. That's one of the worst movies of 2023.
Yeah, this movie had a whole lot of controversy, all because of Ezra Miller.
Yeah.
All because of his actions behind the scenes. All this crazy stuff he was doing.
Yeah.
It was just insane. It just did not work for me. The only thing that was good in this movie was Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, that's the only thing that was good about it.
And Ben Affleck?
I mean, Ben Affleck, he was pretty good. I just didn't like the suit that he was wearing. I mean, I like the Batman v Superman suit a whole lot better than the one he was wearing.
It looked very mysterious.
Yeah.
But no, we had actually like boycotted this movie for a while, and then I found out that it was a DC and not a Marvel, and I was like, let's go watch it. I thought it was a Marvel, so we went to watch it. It was bad.
Yeah.
I can't even give it a little bit of good.
No.
It was bad.
Okay. Like, wow.
Next movie, for the worst movie of 2023, we put The Nun 2.
The Nun 2.
Yeah. What did you not like about this movie?
There's nothing too much to say about it, you know what I'm saying? It was just bad. Everything was just bad about it, Wasn't all that much jump scares going on, it was just they kind of overdid it with this movie.
Yeah.
They just overdid it.
Yeah. There's nothing like spectacular about it that really stood out.
No.
Yeah, I can't, even when I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, what do I remember about The Nun? It just wasn't that good.
Yeah. So. Even the first one wasn't all that good either, so I was just like, man.
Okay, this one I really wanted it to be good. The worst movie of 2023. We put Thanksgiving. We recently went to watch this just a couple months ago. This movie could have been good, but it's kind of the same thing like with Cocaine Bear. I think it was in like Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
so they had
yeah.
like the accent, which I know that's part of the culture there, but like it was just, the acting was just bad and it was off. And because the acting was so bad, the storyline was kind of bad. And then but what was good about this movie, even though we put it as the worst, was it was like a slasher movie.
Yeah.
And there was just some like really, of course, gruesome things they did, but also like kind of creative.
Yeah.
Like anybody who watched this movie, you all remember that scene from when they like the stepmom, I think is who it was, they like make her like a turkey and they cook her. It was sick, but it was like nothing like we've ever seen in a horror movie before, and it was very gruesome.
Yeah, they really want to be creative with it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't know if that was like a vegetarian thing, like if that was like the vegetarian community or the vegan community saying like, this is what y'all do to turkeys every year. But that part was creepy. But again, the acting was just bad, and
it was just bad.
It was very forced. So
so I'm just over slashing movies though, because they don't never really do that much good. So
okay. The next one, the worst movie of 2023, we picked You People. You People, if you guys can remember, this was with Lauren London and Jonah Hill. And I did not want to put this on the worst list because Jonah Hill and Lauren London are some of my favorite actors, actresses.
Yeah.
But this movie was just bad. Like, it was too, you like to say woke.
Yeah,
it was too woke. Like, she's a black girl, he's like a Jewish white guy, and like they just took it overboard. Like, I don't really. It just seems so forced and like stereotypical and stuff, because like I don't even think if that was a real life thing, like a black girl from California and a white Jewish guy got together, I don't even think it would be like some of the stuff the families were saying. I don't even think they would have done that, to be honest. It just seems so forced and like so woke. And as much as I wanted to like it because I love both of them, I just couldn't. Yeah. So
Jonah Hill.
It was cringy.
Yeah, it was just cringy. Everything was just kind of cringy though, and it was kind of forced and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to force the racism and all that stuff. You know, all the woke stuff. You know. I don't know. It was just too cringy for me, though. Yeah. I mean, I hardly ever even remember that movie, though. To be honest with you, a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Like they could have made, if they would have just made it like a love story, it maybe would have been okay. But even their chemistry was just a little bit off. Maybe like a different white guy, or I don't know, something was just off. But it was just cringy, and it was like, okay, I don't even think people would act like that in real life, even in 2023. But I don't know. Okay. The next worst movie, a lot of these worst ones I hated to give it to them, but we had to do it. The next worst movie of 2023 was The Mother with Jennifer Lopez. This was on Netflix. What do you remember about this movie?
Not too much about it. I mean, it was like some kind of.
It's like an action. Like an action kind of drama.
Action kind of drama stuff going on. I couldn't really get into it. I watched just a little bit of it, then I just,
I think I watched most of it. Though I think what made me kind of stop watching it was that it started off okay, and this had Jennifer Lopez and that one guy. He's been in everything. Like, he's been in everything. I forgot his name. He was Ghost. He was Ghost. And what was that one that 50 Cent made? I've watched it all the time.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But everybody who knows who we're talking about, Ghost. He was in there too. Yeah, and him and Jennifer Lopez kind of like turned into this little love interest. But the thing about Jennifer Lopez, I think I did a video that I don't think is up anymore on my YouTube channel, but. Basically, like, when it comes to Jennifer Lopez, she's a good actress, but because she always takes these roles like the mother that are just, like, advertised, and she kind of lets Hollywood do whatever they want to do with her, she tends to make these, like, in my opinion, like, these Kevin Hart type of movies, like, these forced, forced acting, we just need to sell the project, so it's, like, it's not necessarily bad acting. It's just she picks like the wrong roles for her. Yeah. Because if I'm a big Jennifer Lopez fan, and so like there's certain movies, like if you go watch, obviously everybody knows Selena. If you watch a movie that she has with her ex-husband Mark Anthony El Cantante, if you if you do this is documentary about like women that were being like raped and slaughtered in Mexico, called I think The Border Town. If you go watch like any of these like more low budget movies that she's done, like she's a really good actress and like she's doing real acting in those movies. But then when it comes to like the big Hollywood movies, The Mother, what was that other one she did, Shotgun on like Amazon, they're just these like forced, they're just not good. They're just not good. And so I wanted to like it and I was so excited to see it, but then I just was like disappointed. So okay, next movie is going to be worst. We're still in the worst category. Worst movie of 2023, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah, that I'll say, like I said, the first one was still good. I mean, and the second one was okay, but with the third one, I mean, it was kind of okay, pretty good in some way. I mean, they did have like some kind of heartfelt story though, because the story was all about Raccoon, his character and everything, where he was, you know, where how he was made, you know, who he is now.
Like where he comes from,
where he comes from and all stuff. So they really did dive into his backstory in that movie of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Like I said, it was pretty good, but some stuff was just did not really work out for me. You know, and like I said, I'm not really that much a big Guardians of the Galaxy fan, but I mean, like I said, I do like some of the characters. Characters are pretty good. You know, Batista, you know, did his thing playing Drax and everything.
It was good, yeah.
You know, even though he don't really play as the character that's in the comic, but he just playing his own little way, from what I've been hearing. And what's his name? The guy who played the leader. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot his name. Yeah, Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. Yeah, he played his character pretty well too, though. So
they all played their characters well. I think for me, the Guardian of the Galaxies, I think they need to go ahead and give it up. I know that Christmas one they made was really, really, really bad. Yeah. I remember when that came out. But for me, I love the first one, and ever since the first one, that's kind of been the best one for me. And I think the first one was just so good that like nothing else has really compared, and that tends to happen. So okay. This is the last worst movie of 2023. I wanted to, again, all of these I wanted to like them. It's just 2023 disappointed. Big disappointment. Yeah, this one was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mutant Mayhem. This was a Seth Rogen film.
Yeah, I mean,
and I don't know what's up with him. He does really good with the boys.
Yeah, he does good with the boys and Invincibles.
And then Gen
V. Yeah, he does good with that one, but
and
when
then
it comes,
he just bombs other stuff.
Yeah, he just bombs other stuff. He didn't know what he was doing on this one though. I don't know. It just did not really work for me. And plus, you know, they they did. They
what didn't work for you when it came to this?
They messed up the character of April badly.
You was just because they race swapped her.
Yeah, they just race swapped her.
But,
like, you know,
I don't know. I just felt like it was just, I don't know. But there was some good things about it. Like, wasn't Ice Cube in this one?
Ice Cube was very entertaining in this movie.
He made the movie good. Some of the graphics look cool. Yeah. I think if Ice Cube would not have been in this movie, it would have completely bombed. Yeah, but I think he kind of saved it a little bit. But again, I feel like that's like Seth Rogen's MO. Yeah. He either does really, really good or he completely bombs it. I forgot he was doing an interview years ago where he was talking about that. It was a film that completely just bombed. Yeah. And they asked him in an interview, they were like, "Did you know it was going to do so badly?" And he's like, "Yeah, we knew." So and of course he has that sense of humor, so I don't know if he was playing or like trying to save face, but like, I feel like he just, I don't know, like I don't understand. There's like no in between with him. It's either really bad or really good. There's no like in between. So he kind of disappointed, but I was so excited about it because that's like all the childhood memories. But okay, now we're kind of going into the not worse, not best, in between. It was okay. Mediocre. Okay. Yeah. So we put down Scream 6.
Yeah, Scream 6.
Yeah, Scream 6. This one was pretty good.
It
Like,
was pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It was all right. Like I said, it's another slasher movie, which we already know about Ghostface. I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of Ghostface, but I do like some of the old ones
Yeah.
of Ghostface and everything. So, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many screens they're going to keep on making because to me, right now, I feel like it's just being overplayed now.
Yeah, well, it sounded like in this movie, like these two Hispanic girls, I forgot their names, the Mexican actress, and then I think Jenny Ortega. If I may be saying her name wrong, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they were almost gonna like restart the Scream franchise, but I know now one of them's been fired because of her remarks that she made. So I don't know, but I am over Scream, but I still will watch them when they come out just because of it's Scream.
yeah.
But what I do remember really liking about this movie was that subway scene. Remember where the lights would flicker off, and then also the grocery, the little like bodega scene.
Oh,
whenever he was like shooting through not shooting.
Yeah.
I don't think he was shooting. He had like his knife and stuff like that. Yeah. So those two scenes were like really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then of course the acting was just. It's okay.
It was
like,
alright.
There was like some people that like the two lead actresses were really good, and then some of the other acting was a little mediocre. And then it's like they always have to like kind of mess up the script. I don't know.
Yeah. The script.
It's like starts out good and then it just goes too far.
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing with this next movie we're going to talk about. So kind of mediocre in the middle movie for 2023. The next one we picked was Missing. I believe Missing was the first movie we watched in 2023. It came out in like January.
Yeah.
This movie was really, really good until the end.
Yeah, the end just kind of just left me like clueless.
What? Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, what did we just watch? Like,
yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but if you saw it, you remember at the end, like, you're thinking, like the kidnapping had happened, they had her tied up, and then it came out almost like it was like she was watching Netflix. Like, it was so weird. And then that just, after that, I was like, it was good, and we were kind of waiting to see what happened, and then it ends like that, and you're just like, why did they do this? Yeah. So, again, just bad directing. Yeah. Bad. This one that we kind of put in our medium was, we had family recommend this one when they came over one night, but it's Leave the World Behind. This was a Netflix movie, and this one had Julia Roberts and what's that other guy's name? It starts with the M. We're so bad.
Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this movie, it kind of drives you a little bit insane.
Yeah, it was driving me insane though, because I didn't know what was going on at first. Like I said, there was a lot of strange stuff going on in that movie. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like I was just like, whoa, what is this? You know?
The scenes with the deer when they were like all surrounding Julia Roberts and the other lady, the other girl, like that was just cringy, and I felt like, what is happening? Like, is this gonna happen to all of us tomorrow? Like, I was like, but basically, if you've seen this movie, it's good. I think it was trending on Netflix, but it's just about like what could happen, what could happen in the world. There's like all these wrecks with the Tesla cars, and just like us getting prepared for like, I guess I don't know, like
some kind of apocalyptic
or some type of war.
I don't know. War or something like that.
We really need to watch this one again, but we just kind of put it, in that middle one there. Okay. But Julia Roberts, she's still doing films, and she's one of my favorite actresses, by the way. If not my favorite actress. Yep. Okay. The next kind of in the middle movie for us, it was pretty good, was Transformers Rise of the Beast. Yep. Yeah. So I like this one because it had, I think her name is Dominique Fishback from the Swarm series, which I'll talk a little bit about that later. But like this one was, I liked it actually. Yeah. Yeah.
It was okay to me. It was okay, but then it was just kind of just like, it just, some parts did not really work out for me that well. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Kind of like the mediocre
stuff, you know.
I liked it because of her, and I like that one Hispanic guy. He's been in a lot of stuff. So, I kind of like that the leading actors were minorities and stuff like that. But it was a lot of action and action-packed, and you never got bored or anything like that. Yeah. So, and I was really excited to see her doing more films. Okay, this next one was one that I just kind of found, and we went to go watch it. This one was called one of the movies of 2023, Dumb Money.
Dumb Money.
This had like a lot of my favorite people in it. America Ferrera was in there. I'm trying to think. AOC. Yeah, Congresswoman AOC. She has like a little part in here, and I don't know if it's a recording from, because this was based on a true story, but this was basically about the like somebody like ordinary people who just got rich during the pandemic with the GameStop stocks.
Stocks.
Yeah. And it's the whole story of what happened and how they like try to take money from the ordinary person, but all these other like big corporations always get over on us and stuff like that. So it was a very much like a political, based on a true story, based on capitalism, kind of like how our world operates when it comes to money, and the poor staying poor and the rich staying rich.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what it had to do with. But it was good though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Okay, so, and again, I didn't even know that one was out. I just happened to see it when I was looking up movies one day.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, this one was creepy. If you like alien movies, watch this one.
I had a little bit of nightmares on this one.
Was this a Hulu? I think this
it was Hulu.
Okay, this was a Hulu, and this one is called No One Will Save You.
Oh, man.
We had nightmares about this one, like, for real. So.
I mean, after watching, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just cannot. I cannot get it out of my mind. It's just.
You could not believe this was real.
I could not believe it was real.
Yeah. But if you want to see an alien creature, basically invading your house and creeping you out, just watch this on Hulu. The acting was good. Visuals were good. What's it called? The CGI.
Yeah, the CGI.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Everything was pretty good. So, if you're into that kind of stuff. Okay.
What we got next?
Oh, this one you didn't watch, but I had went to watch this with my friends. This was The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Okay, so here's the thing about this one. If you guys can remember the Orphan movie from 2022, I think.
Yeah.
It's very much, obviously they're two different films, but what I mean is that what I didn't like about this was the same thing I didn't like about the Orphan movie. They go back before the very first Hunger Games with Jennifer Lawrence, and they're in this story, in this film, they're basically talking about what happened before the first Hunger Games film. And so you have to go all the way back before that. So I just don't like those. Yeah. I wish they would just do them in order and just they should have had this one, then had the Jennifer Lawrence first Hunger Games. I just don't like that, because you're trying to piece everything together and then you're trying to remember back 10 years ago. I just don't like it. Yeah. Of course, the visuals are good. The acting's good. But it was just trying to piece everything together. Even after the movies, like me and my friends were sitting there talking like, what was this from and what was it? Like, we're trying to piece it together. So it's just like too much thinking, to be honest.
It's too much.
I just don't. Yeah, it was, but again, it's Hunger Games. What made me really want to go see it, because I didn't know that was going to be like the format of the movie, was Viola Davis was in it, and her acting is obviously good. But she had kind of like small parts, but a lot of small parts. But she was really good, so I enjoyed her in the movie. Yep. But all in all, it was fine. It was hard to keep up with though. Okay. This one was good. The next one of 2023 that we put on our list is The Boogeyman. I like this one. The
Boogeyman. Yeah, this one was surprisingly good. Actually, it was surprisingly good. I mean,
a lot of jump scares.
Yeah, a lot of jump scares in that mug. Especially it's the Boogeyman. He crawls out of bed. You want to get the kids. And all that stuff. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
So it took it to a whole different level with this one.
And this was the one where like the guy, the leading dad actor or whatever, he's a therapist. And remember, they like come in and like basically that whole thing happens in their house.
Yeah.
You should never do therapy in your house. Shit like this can happen. But yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I like how they would have the little light and then it would be dark and all that. So it's pretty good. Okay.
Oh yeah.
One of the best films, or in the middle, whatever. Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, huh?
Blue Beetle. Sorry, my chair's. I'm like sliding off my chair because of this dress.
No, you good.
Okay. What did you think about Blue Beetle, babe?
Well, only I can say, like, you know, again, first off, you know, I'm not a big Blue Beetle fan. I mean, he is a pretty cool character. He's like an Iron Man looking like, you know what I'm saying? Because once you see the movie, you're going to see some similarities, you know, from Iron Man. You know, because like I said, with the Blue Beetle, you got that little scarlet back or something like that, wherever it is. And like it just kind of forms around his body and everything. And all of a sudden, he's like this armor-like creature and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And he got like, you know, weapons that he can create and all this stuff. You know, all that. So it's just like a little Iron Man type. Mm-hmm. But I mean, some parts are pretty cool, but it was just like, you know, like some of the action scenes kind of felt like it was like way back in early 2000s.
Yeah,
you know
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, 90s or early 2000s. I'm like, they could have done it way better than that. And then plus, you know, they made it woke because, some scenes I was just like, okay, y'all, you're losing me there. You're doing too much. But but I'll let you take over this one.
Well, we did. If you go back to his channel, we did a full review. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can. And I talk about all the culture things in there and what I liked about it, what I didn't. But again, I really did like this movie just because it really was just about like the Mexican family or the Hispanic family, whatever, Latinx family. But like, I just liked it because you're never going to see a film where like, this was DC, right?
Yeah, DC.
Yeah, you're never going to see a DC film or really even a Marvel film. I'm sure some are coming now where you're going to have like the leading cast or really the whole cast is like Hispanic and it's about our culture. It has our songs in it. It has, you know, the family structure in there. And of course, it's very traditional. So not every Hispanic person is going to have that makeup. But more than likely there's somebody that you're close to that has that makeup of their family. So anyways, but I just really, really liked it. And again, George Lopez, he just made it really funny.
Yeah, George Lopez, he kind of carried this film for me, you know what I'm saying? He really did. So but that was just one reason I was like, you know, let me go and just check it out, you know, because of George Lopez, you know what I'm saying? He's a comedian, so the dude was hilarious.
Yeah. Again, I liked other actors, other actresses in there, like the main character was fine. So was the girl. She was on the Hocus Pocus remake. She was really cute and she was a good actress. And it was just a fun movie to be honest.
It was a pretty fun movie.
I didn't really get bored at all through the whole thing. I think there were some parts that were like a little bit slow, but it was fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, y'all. So now we're going in. We're getting kind of closer to the best movies of 2023. So one of the best movies of 2023, we had put Knock at the Cabin. This was much better than I think we both expected it to be. What did you mostly like? It was just all good. I mean,
it was all good, but especially Batista, man. I mean, I gotta give him props on that. He did a good job, you know, playing some serious roles like this. You know, he put a lot of work into his, performance in this movie and everything. So I really did like Dave Batista. You know.
Yeah, I liked all the acting in here. The storyline was really good. My only complaint about this movie is that there were certain parts where like you could guess what was going to happen next. It started to get a little bit too predictable, but that was kind of towards the end. In the beginning, we didn't know what was going on. Yeah. And there were some creepy parts in here, but it was really good. It makes you think a lot too.
It does.
It was very mysterious. Like we didn't know what was real and what wasn't. So.
Yeah.
Okay, the next best movie of 2023 was Extraction 2. This was a Netflix film. This was full of action.
Oh, yes.
Full of action. I was trying to keep up with the storyline.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's full of action. Chris Hemsworth, the guy who plays Thor, like I said, I like him better when he's playing like a serious role because, like I said, I mean, I like him when he plays serious roles like this. Just like I always keep on saying that he needs to play a serious role in Thor, but since that last Thor movie, that didn't work out for me. So, but at least with this movie, Extraction, because I seen Extraction 1, which that was good. Extraction 2 now, I mean, really that was pretty good too, though. So, It was really good.
Yeah.
A whole lot of action.
Whole lot of action.
You
yeah.
know, so
Good
yeah.
storyline.
Good storyline. Good acting.
Yeah. No, really, no complaints on it.
Yeah,
It
no
was
complaints
really
at
good.
all. So I really enjoyed those movies.
Okay. The next best movie of 2023 was Creed 3.
Creed 3. Oh man, Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing. You know, and plus, you know, hey, it's just, you know, when I found out he was an anime fan,
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw that movie,
he went crazy.
Yeah, when I saw the movie, I was like, I see what you was doing, man. I see what you was doing, man. I see you, man.
And that was the part that I was like, why is he doing this to Creed? Like, it's okay, keep that separate from this. About this movie that I think disappointed me was that my expectation was too high. Because remember, we went to the Flix Brew to watch this, and we always try to watch like the movie of the year at the Flix Brew because it's this nice place. So I think that I was just like, my expectation was up here, and it was meeting my expectations like for a while, and then it started dropping, and I just left disappointed.
Yeah.
But it was good, but I think my expectations were just too high.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I kind of messed up because I just really like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, the major downfall is that they didn't have, what's the name? Sylvester Stallone. That's his name?
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone, you know what I'm saying?
This is the first one he wasn't in.
Yeah, the first one he wasn't in because he's the one who made the movie,
Yeah.
you know, Creed and all that stuff, and Rocky Balboa and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of his,
Yeah.
you know, movie list.
Yeah, so it changed the whole dynamic of it. So then they had to kind of like fill that in.
Yeah.
Okay, this one you did not watch with me, babe, but it was the next best movie of 2023, The Little Mermaid. I went with my friends to watch this, and it was really, really, really good. Really good. God, how can I say this girl's name wrong? Y'all know the leading actress. Not Chloe. I don't want to say Halle Berry.
Haley Bailey. Halle Berry.
No, but you guys know who I'm talking about. She's the part of the little duo with her and her sister. She was just like phenomenal in this movie. Everything was good about it. The storyline was good, but it was just like her. Like I had never seen her in a film before, but you would think that she's been acting her whole life, or you would think she's been in like a lot of like very like high level performing type of movies because her acting was just so phenomenal for like her first big film like this. And so she was just like her voice is just like, I don't know, it's like angelic. Like when you listen to it, you just feel like you're like listening to an angel basically. And it just, everything was natural, like her body type, how like slim she was, how she was swimming, her voice, everything about her. She's just like this like very sweet, like angelic, like pure girl is the only way that I can really say it. So she just plays the character like, it's almost like she is Little Mermaid. Yeah. And so like we really, really liked her in this. Like really she's the one who made the film basically. Yeah. And so it was really good. Like our expectations weren't super high going in just because it's like The Little Mermaid being remade in 2023. Yeah. But it was really good. But she made the movie like completely. After like we watched that, I was like watching all these interviews of her and the cast because I was trying to figure out how they did it because it was just so like perfect and magical, and it was really good. So, yeah. I skipped out on it though, because I was just like, there was a lot of controversy. A lot of controversy in that because, like I said, because I mean, I watched Little Mermaid before, and you know, I know who's the real Little Mermaid, but you know, they just kind of did something a little different, you know, saying Hollywood gadget, you know. Yeah, and I really liked when she would go, the leading actress in this, and I hate that I'm not even saying her name right, but I'll just say the leading actress. She was talking about that in the interviews because she was getting so much pushback and so much negativity about the fact that like a young black lady was going to play was going to be the leading character for The Little Mermaid. But she just was talking about how she was going to focus on like the positive and all the like good feedback she was getting because she was like, she's from the South and she's so used to racism that she was like, she's not even going to feed into it. So she was just like, just taking in all the good praise and everything that she was getting for the film and how it was changing a lot of like perspectives because she was in it. So I was like super happy to see her in there. Yep. And I think she's in The Color Purple now too. Oh, okay. That is that will be in next year. In next year's countdown. Okay. The next best movie of 2023, The Equalizer 3.
Man,
We like this
Equalizer
one.
3, yep. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington, man. Hey, the way how he playing his roles in movies, man, dude was always taunting people all the time.
Yes.
He's
he
always
does.
taunting people all the time. Man. Like, it's insane. Like, oh man, like the action was just, insane. All the brutalities, all the fatalities that he was doing. Like, you can put this dude in the Mortal Kombat game. You know what I'm saying? Because dude was just going off on all the stuff he was doing. Every time you get into fights, when you set that little time, you know what I'm saying? You already know it's about that time. It's like, he better do some damage.
Yeah. And he was older in this movie.
Yeah, he was older.
He was older. But it did, I mean, you could tell he's older, but like he's still doing like everything. So it was really, really good.
Yeah.
But what kind of threw me off about this movie just a little bit was that I didn't know that it was going to be like out of Italy.
Yeah.
So like, was this the one where we had to read subtitles for most of it? Or was it? I think we had to read. I can't remember, but I can't remember if we had to read subtitles or not. But, anyways, I really liked it. Action packed. Like I said, just how he does in Training Day, just taunting people, taunting, and looking like he enjoys every single minute of it.
Yeah.
It's basically like your typical Denzel Washington film. So
I mean, he's like the granddaddy of acting.
He really is. He's like such a badass.
Man.
Okay. So this one, it was kind of hard to put this one, before Equalizer 3, but I remember leaving John Wick Chapter 4 this year, and man, if you want non-stop action, sometimes it looked like a video game, sometimes it was just insane, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Go watch, or now you have to stream it, but go stream John Wick Chapter 4. I don't know where it's at, but that was non-stop action. I can barely remember the storyline because all I remember is like all fighting
scenes. Every scene you watch is just nothing but straight fighting scenes all the way throughout the movie.
Yes. And my favorite one is still kind of like close to the beginning, whenever like the Asians and the Mexicans fight in the hotel or whatever.
Yeah.
That was insane. But then even after that, there's a whole bunch of good ones. Remember the stairs? Where you like, I was like, is this dude still rolling down the stairs?
I feel like they kind of made that one up. They overdid on that one. They did some talking on that one. Be like, hey, we're going to let them just keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fun of it.
That one. There was a little bit where they stretched it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. It was still great. And again, I can't really remember the storyline because it was really just a bunch of fighting. So, okay. The next best movie of 2023. Oh, this one was good because it brought back so many childhood memories.
Oh, man.
The Super Mario Brothers movie.
Super Mario.
I ended up like whenever I found out we were going to go watch this movie, I ended up getting on YouTube. Remember I was sending you those videos of like the old, like in the 90s one, the blocks, then the hop, and everything. And then you come out of the tunnel. Like I went back and watched like an hour of that, and I was like, oh my God, me and my brother used to play this game nonstop. Every single day.
Yep.
And then when you watch the movie, they have a lot of it was more of the newer Super Mario Brothers games, but like, I don't know, probably when it was like on Sega and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But like, I still remember the 90s one. And they did have just a very little clips from like the 90s or 80s, whatever year that was. But the very first one, the little like square... the little square remote controls that are like this big with like just a couple of buttons.
Yeah.
Oh man, it brought back so many memories.
Chris Pratt, people was kind of downplaying him, like doubting him a lot, you know what I'm saying, that he don't think he can pull it off, but he really did prove people wrong that he can voice him. He can voice Mario. I was kind of surprised. I mean, I thought y'all was going to try to find somebody who was Italian. I mean, ain't Mario Italian?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm
plumber guy, so, that's what he's all about. But and especially with Jack Black when you play Bowser. Oh man,
God,
the singing one.
What was the song he did again?
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Man, he was obsessed with her.
Yep.
That was a creature who would not give up.
Yeah, he could not give up at all.
But God, yeah, I just liked everything. I like I don't know why the thing that sticks out to me about that movie was the bathroom scene.
Oh,
remember when they go to do the plumbing job and it like messes all up? I just like the little like effects of the cartoons and how they make it look so clean and real, and I just really like that. That's kind of why I like intergalactic and everything else. So,
yeah.
I know I'm saying that wrong. Okay. Anything else on that one, Boo?
I think that's it.
Okay. The next movie. Q did not watch this, but the next movie of 2020, the next best movie of 2023 is the Barbie movie.
I skipped out on that. It's like I said, man, I did skip out on some movies this year. You know, some of the movies I was not really interested though, but I know she was interested in some of them, but not with me, not all of them. But I skipped out on some of them. But yeah.
So this movie was not even really on my radar until like I saw two people that were in this movie, which was America Ferrera. I really like her since like Ugly Betty, Real Women Have Curves. I mean, she's like one of my favorite actresses. She played, I think, Dolores Huerta in the Great Boycott movie from a long time ago. But anyways, so when I saw she was in it, I had to go watch it. And then also when I saw that, oh my God, my mind is just blanking tonight. Insecure, Issa Rae. Yeah, she's like one of my favorite actresses. Like, the missing. Oh God, sorry, I'm not even trying because it's gonna. But anyways, I love both of them. So because of them, I had to go watch it, and then I just really ended up loving the Barbie movie. I went with my friends on my birthday to watch this. We were in all pink, and it was just a lot of fun. And it like I was expecting it to be like this very like. I don't know, like when you think of Barbie, you think of like ditzy and not smart, and you like all that kind of stuff, just like this nice, perfect body. But it was everything but that. And so, if you have not watched the Barbie movie, it is definitely a feminist, for women, by women, that type of thing. But if you have not watched it, go watch it. There's such a like deep psychological meaning to it that I was not expecting to be there. And it was really, really good. And we even went to Target one day, and I got him to wear that shirt that says, I am kin enough.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, it's not for me.
I wanted to buy it for him for Christmas, but I don't think he's going to wear it. Okay. But anyways, if you want to see my review, I did do a full spoiler, non-spoiler, I can't remember, but where I gave my full thoughts on the whole thing, and it's on your channel.
Yeah, it's on my channel, so feel free to check that out.
Yeah, but it was really good. Okay.
On to the next one.
Okay, we're down to our last two.
Yep.
So, for the second best movie of 2023, we picked Air.
Air.
Yes, Air. This was, I think it was produced by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And they've been like MIA, so it was kind of good to see them do this film or whatever. But this was obviously based off of Michael Jordan.
Yep.
His life. And it was just... We gave it a 10 out of 10 in our review because it was just
good.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to see a review on that, you can go back and watch that. But it was just great acting. Viola Davis, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Marlon Wayans. I mean, there were so many stars in this movie. And I hate when there's a whole bunch of stars because a lot of the times when there's too many stars, they overpower each other and the movie's not good. But that did not happen. Everybody played their role.
Yep.
And it was really, really good.
Yep.
Yeah. Who was the best actor in there for you, though?
I gotta say Ben Affleck.
And I would have to say Viola Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were all good, but I would just say if I had to pick. But based on a true story, go watch it if you haven't checked it out.
Now, before we get to the first one, I just realized we just kind of missed out. Let me go back to that. We kind of skipped out on. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot all about this one.
I do this every year. I did this last year too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think I missed out like that one last year.
I forgot. I just realized that.
Before Barbie, we meant to say
Godzilla.
the best movie of 2023, Godzilla.
Godzilla minus one. That movie was great. Like I said, I was bragging to her, you know what I'm saying? I was like, if I was making this list, I would say Godzilla minus one would be second place. But she wanted make it as the what was it, fourth one?
We had to make it the fourth
or
one.
third,
The
fourth, yeah. So yeah, Godzilla minus one. Like I said, knowing me, I'm a Godzilla fan all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way. You know, Team Godzilla all the way. You know what I'm saying? So it's worth watching, and it's making a lot of money. You know, it's getting a lot of attention. People still talk about it up to this day. That's one of the best Godzilla films of all time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're making it real dark and scary, though. 'Cause Godzilla was a complete monster in that movie. So feel free to check it out.
Okay, so I did like Godzilla, but I was not willing to like put it all the way at the front, just because there was a few things. It was good. Again, the CGI was good. The storyline was good. One thing that threw me off instantly, and I was not expecting this, is that the whole movie was filmed in, I think, Japan.
Yeah, Japan.
Yeah, Japan. And so all the actors are Japanese, which is fine, but we had to read subtitles through the whole entire movie. Mm-hmm. And that was already not the best. And then everything was good. The acting was good. But the reason I don't like the like little subtitles is because it never, even if you watch like a novella or something on the Spanish station, the way that it's translated, like English, the languages are so different that you don't really know if that's what they're saying, basically. So some of the subtitles that would be in English, I'm like, I don't think that's what they said, or I don't think they said it like that. And so it threw it off a little bit. And then remember at the end, if you've already seen it, like, when he discovers that his like wife or whoever she was, the girl, is still alive, I'm crying, but then I start laughing because like he walks in there and like the way her head looks, like, do you remember? I was like crying, and then I'm like, why did they do that? Like, some of the acting was really good, and then it started getting like at the end, I'm like, what are they doing? Like I wasn't too sure. Yeah. But it was good.
It was good.
The action was good. Yeah. But sometimes it was slow.
Yeah, it was slow. It had some slow parts. It really did have some slow parts. Because like I said, what I gave it like what, 9 or 8.5 out of 10, something like that. Yeah. It was still good, but like I said, it had its slow parts here and there. So yeah. But it's still worth watching. Feel free to go check it out. Yeah. And check out my review too as well.
Yeah, so it's good. Godzilla, Barbie, Air. Okay.
Yeah. Our number one.
I don't know. I need like a drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
The number one movie of 2023, without a doubt, and I knew this after I watched this movie, was Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. Just thinking about this movie, it's on Netflix, and we've already kind of been watching it. Bits and pieces. Oh, man. Yeah. I loved this movie. I loved every single thing about this movie. Yep. But what I loved most about it was, like, there's a lot of Spanish-speaking stuff going on in there because the, what's his name, Miles Morales is, like, Afro-Latino, and, like, there was just certain parts in there that brought back memories for me and my parents and how I was raised. And remember, you looked over at me, I was crying.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever they said that, que Dios te bendiga, and, you know, oh, man, I was just like, like, I just started crying. But it was just a mixture of action, comedy, emotion, family, friends. I mean, it was just so good. They had all, man. They had all. It was so good.
Every category in that movie, they had all, you know.
It was like one of the movies where like I left and I was like, I need to like come back and watch this like next weekend. Yeah. Like that's how good it was. Yeah. It was just so good. And we did a review on this and we went completely in. So you can go back and watch that too. But if you have not seen Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse, it's on Netflix now. You can go watch it. You will love it. It's just so good.
It was good.
There's no complaints about it. Nothing.
Nah, no complaints at all. Except for that one when they just
the pregnant chick.
Yeah, I don't know why they went straight forward with that. I mean, because you know when you first meet that character, she wasn't really pregnant at first, but that won't happen until later on. You know, in her story, but yeah, they want to just force that in there. So
that was Issa Rae though, and she's perfect. She can do no wrong, even if she's pregnant, in my opinion. Okay, T3. Yep. So I hope 2024 is better to us when it comes to movies, because
I hope
2023 kind of sucked.
So yeah, I hope Deadpool can give me some relief from all these terrible movies that was happening this year. So I hope he gives me relief.
Because that comes out in May or June, July.
May or, I think somewhere around summer. So.
And we're going to Flixbrew to watch.
Yeah. Deadpool.
We're gonna do our countdown.
Yep. Let's go ahead and do our countdown.
We want to wish everybody a happy new year, and I hope that nothing but good things happen to you in 2024.
Yep.
And we're hoping the best for us as well.
Yep. We'll do. Like I said, hey, we need all the hope we need. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we definitely gonna be getting better, doing things good, doing things better as it is. So, yeah.
We're not that bad, babe. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
Okay, so we'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everybody.
Be safe out there. Love y'all.
Take care. Love y'all.